What's up, Bankz Squad? Tony Banks here, back at it again with another video. Hopefully everybody is having a great day today. It honestly feels good to even actually upload some Modern Warfare gameplay. Now, I have still so much gameplay for you guys. We're about 2 weeks away, or 2 or 3 weeks away from the actual first beta dropping, and I'm super excited. And I'm excited for today's video because we have some new news regarding Modern Warfare, and I'm super excited to talk to you guys about it. So there was a interview type podcast thing on Game Informer's YouTube channel, and they talked basically about a whole bunch of stuff with two of the people who are working or who are currently working on Modern Warfare, and they went over a lot of stuff regarding, you know, multiplayer, campaign, different things like ins and outs of the whole game. They talked a little bit about the alpha, how it went, and then also they talked a little bit about, you know, how they want the beta to go and so on and so forth with the game releasing. But with that, we also got a lot of questions answered, and I kind of wanted to go over some of those things with you guys today, just in case you guys were wondering about these subjects like I was. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is Battle Royale. Now, this was a big one for me because I was not even sure myself if there was going to be a Battle Royale, and if there was, I was actually going to put in my time a lot more into it than I did with Blackout, because I believe that if I put some time into Blackout, I feel like I would have been at least a little bit more successful at this point with my, you know, YouTube and streaming career. But it's okay, you can't really go into the past and change anything, you can only change the future. But from what they are saying, there is no Battle Royale planned for right now. They have so much other things that they're working on that Battle Royale really is just like it's too much at this point. You know, they have campaign, they have the co-op mode, they have multiplayer, they have a lot of stuff, and it's going to be very intricate. There's a lot of new things coming to this game, so right now Battle Royale is not going to be here. But moving on to the next one is the streaks. Now, they were talking about the streaks. Someone asked if there were going to be any more streaks in the beta than we've seen so far, and their answer basically was all the kill streaks will be there. You'll be able to see all of them, but there is going to be 2 of those streaks that you are actually not able to use until the full game actually releases, which is cool. We actually know what we're going to be getting. We get basically a heads up of what we're going to be getting in the full release of Modern Warfare. Moving on to the next one, somebody asked about ranked, and for ranked, for me, I love competitive, and to have like a competitive mode in the game, especially off of launch, is one of the biggest things, and I really do want that. So someone asked about ranked and if it was coming at launch, and it's not coming at launch, but they do plan on having it in the game, just not at launch. Like I said, they have so many moving parts right now that ranked isn't really their main thing they want to focus on, and at the same time, they want ranked to be good. They don't want to mess it up, and they really enjoy how esports is and, you know, competitive Call of Duty, so they don't want to mess it up. So they're going to take their time with it and actually work on it to make sure everything is good, because this game is so intricate with all of the different attachments and different things like that. So we'll have to see how all of that goes. So moving on to the next one, it's like post-launch with some of the game modes. Now, I watched a video on this even before I watched the interview, but this new aspect that they're going to put in is super fun, and honestly, I think I might do some videos on it with a couple of people, and hopefully everything you know, will go good. So what I'm talking about, it's regarding the gunfight mode that you guys are watching right now, 2v2. So basically, they enjoy 2v2 mode so much. That was one of their biggest accomplishments for this game, and they love it a lot. So with that, they want to add different aspects, because there are a lot of people who really do enjoy gunfight mode thus far, and they'll probably enjoy it even more once it does come in, you know, with the beta and also until the full release. So what they're going to be doing is tournaments for the gunfight mode, which is awesome. A lot of people really enjoy the 2v2 mode. A lot of people play 2v2s, whether it's on, you know, game battles, or if it's on UMG or CMG, or maybe even their own, you know, friendly 2v2s. A lot of people play that, so to see them doing an actual tournament style thing for gunfight mode is awesome. And with that, they're out excuse me, they're also going to add rewards with the people that are playing those, you know, tournaments and actually winning things. So that is super fun. I really enjoy that. Like I said, I probably will play it now. I know before I said I wasn't really going to touch it, you know, because I'm more of like the 6v6 type of guy, I want to stick to that. But with this, you know, with them implementing the tournaments, it gives me a bigger incentive to actually go and play and actually grind for this 2v2 mode and actually to win some stuff through these, you know, tournaments. So moving on to the next thing, is something that I'm kind of iffy about, because we've heard this in the past. We especially have heard it in World War II, is the game being updated more than ever. So they talked about it. Someone asked how like updates will be, how consistent the updates will be, and they basically said that this will be the most updated game that they have done so far. Like I said, I'm kind of iffy about it because we heard that in World War II, and it is true, World War II was probably the most updated game, but off the rip, it wasn't like that. It happened progressively over time. So if you can see that from the beginning leading all the way through, I would totally enjoy that. So moving on to the next one is the max level. So with mostly every single Call of Duty right off the rip, it's, you know, been from when you start the game to the end, it is level 10, whatever the max, whatever, if it's, you know, level 70, if it's 55, if it's something else, it's always been that. And someone asked, is there going to be extra levels? Is there going to be anything else added? Is it going to be, you know, just the standard 10, you know, 10 prestiges and then move on to the next one? Or, you know, what is new? What is going to be the new thing? So they said they are going to do a twist with people who reach that max level, and we don't know what that twist is, but I do think it's going to be very enjoyable because it's, you know, something that we've never seen before, something new. So we'll have to see what that twist is. They might end up adding extra, you know, prestiges later on in the future, but who knows? We will have to see. Moving on to the next one, also correlates with the gameplay that you guys are watching, gunfight. So this is one of the biggest, another one of the biggest things that I was worried about with this game and with the 2v2 mode, the gunfight mode, is the extra maps. Will there be extra maps, or is there just going to be the 5 maps that we had in the beta, which were, I believe, Stacked, Pine, Speedball, King, and Dock? Those were the 5 maps, and I was worried if those are going to be the only 5 maps, but good news, those maps will not be the only maps that we will be getting. There will be more maps added to the gunfight mode, which is exciting because obviously if you're adding maps to the regular game mode, you know, free-for-all, team deathmatch, stuff like that, you want to have unique maps to the 2v2 mode. So it's really cool and really exciting to hear that they are going to be adding more modes, or excuse me, more maps to the gunfight mode. Moving on to the next one is weapons. With this one, I am worried. I am worried because it implies that we're gonna have loot boxes, but at the same time, it doesn't, because they can add this aspect in there without even adding loot boxes or microtransactions. So what I'm talking about is weapons post-launch. So weapons will be added post-launch, but it does worry me because I don't know if it's gonna be in a microtransaction way, if it's gonna be in a loot box way, or hey guys, you get this gun and you do these challenges and you can get it. We'll see. We'll have to see how everything does go, but I am excited to see that there will be other guns added into the game. You know, when it does come to getting camos and maxing out on camos, it does, you know, get refreshing when you get a new gun that you can level up and grind for to get to that same camo that you have with your other guns. Now, moving on to the next thing, Ground War. Ground War is going to be added into the game, and it's also going to be in the beta, but with that, it's going to be a little bit different. Now, Ground War, I believe in the past was 9v9. They're doing a little twist on here. I did hear before that, you know, it was going a little bit bigger, but I never thought it was going to be this big. So what they are doing for the Ground War mode in this game, in Modern Warfare, for the beta and also for the full release, is 32v32, which is 64 total players, and they said that is the sweet spot, but they are trying to do 100 players, and the beta, the Ground War will be able to be played in the beta. But like I said, they are going to try to do 100 players, but for now 64 players is the sweet spot, so that's going to be cool. I don't know how to feel about it yet because it's kind of giving me the feel of Battlefield, but we'll have to see how everything does go. Next one is skill-based matchmaking. Now, we've had this in Call of Duty before, and you know, some people liked it, some people enjoyed it, but I kind of like the aspect that they're taking with this one. So skill-based matchmaking will be in the game, but it is not going to be like how it was before in the past. So if you're really good at the game, they said they're still going to give you aspects to where it is super fun, and it is not like, you know, you're just playing against like super try-hard people. So I like that, and I think it's good for those people who really do grind the game, but it's also good for those people who are, you know, freshly coming into the game, have never played a Call of Duty. You don't want to hop into a game and just be getting killed just like back to back and not want to play the game at all. Putting in that skill-based matchmaking kind of levels everything out, and honestly, I really didn't mind it in Advanced Warfare because I was a big free-for-all player, and it, you know, gave me the incentive to actually want to play more and get better at the game. So I like it. I like to see, you know, how they're going to do with it and if it's going to be better than what we've seen in the past, but we will have to see. Moving on to the next thing is watches. So if you guys seen in the trailers and also when you played the actual alpha with the gunfight mode, on your left hand, or your left arm I should say, there is a watch. Now with this, it's awesome because from what I read, they have, you know, whatever your clock is or whatever your time is on your Xbox or whatever your time zone is linked together, that time will display on that watch, which is super cool, and it's super interactive, and I'm glad to see something like that come into the game because we never really seen something like that in Call of Duty before. But with this, they said they will have custom watches, different unlocks and different things like that, and that's super exciting. You won't have to stick with the same plain old watch, you know, from the alpha all the way to the end of the, you know, the season or the end of the year of this Modern Warfare. But it's gonna be cool. It's adding another aspect to the customization, and this Call of Duty, from what I've seen, is probably gonna be the most, like the biggest you know, Call of Duty when it comes to being able to customize every little thing. Now that actually comes in with the next thing I want to talk to you guys about, which is customization. They want to get more serious with the customization. They don't want to do the goofy stuff, you know, zebra camos, you know, all the stuff that you've seen in Black Ops 4 and even in other Call of Duties. They don't want to go that road. They want to be a lot more serious with it, but they also still want it to have fun, because there are people, like they said in the interview that they watched, which I will link in the description below, that there are still people who might want to put, you know, some cool colors on their guns, but they want to make it more realistic. Like if somebody wants to put a little bit of purple on their gun, they don't want it to be bright purple. They want it to look like it's actually, you know, worn down. It's not something that, you know, if you're out in the field, somebody's gonna spot from a million miles away. You know, if you're out in war, in my personal opinion, you know, you want all your stuff to be custom, you know, something that you would like, you know. You don't want everybody to have the same thing as yours, and you never know what's gonna happen, but I think it's cool to put your own little twist on what you have, and we'll have to see how that goes. And for the last thing, I'm honestly disappointed because I was looking forward to this. Even in the alpha, I talked about it a little bit, but the inspect weapon, that is not gonna be in the game at the moment, but they might have it in the future. Like I said, they have a lot of stuff that they do want to focus on in this game, and they want to make sure everything goes good. But that's basically it for today's video, guys. If it did sound a little bit messed up, I am sorry. I only prepared one gameplay to watch while doing this voiceover, and I didn't have anything else, so it kind of cut out, and I've literally been looking at a black screen. But I feel like my commentaries are getting much better. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, you guys already know what to do. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and while you are there, make sure to press the bell button right next to the subscribe button to be notified every single time I do upload a new video. I'm Tony Bankz, and I'll see you wonderful subscribers in the next one. Peace out.